I hear from both sides of the aisle, but particularly one side of the aisle, about regressive sales taxes. But I don't see anybody complaining about a tax that's going to go to 10%, and in one case, 11%. That's okay. In a county that has average per capita income under $30,000, is the highest property tax county in the state. Highest by $3. If you don't believe it, look it up. It's all available online. In a county, 15 counties in the state of Arizona have $1.7 billion worth of debt. Now that doesn't seem too bad when you take all 15 counties. But there's one county, the county that's going to be affected by this, that has $1.2 billion of that debt. Let that sink in. One county has $1.2 billion of the $1.7 billion. This is not a taxpayer problem that you are facing with 2109 and the road deterioration in Pima County. This is a failure of government to take highway user funds and apply to the roads. For example, as was mentioned by the county manager of that county, one-third of their HERF funds go to repay a debt from 1997. None of that money, let me convert that for you. In the last 5 years, we've sent Pima County, all government agencies that get HERF funds, we've sent them $594 million. About 209 of that went to Pima County. So if you take simple math, Common Core math, you come up with about $70 million a year, or $70 million over the last 5 years. Not one penny of that $70 million was ever transmuted or changed into concrete or blacktop. But yet we're going to go something around, and we're going to give another agency the ability to tax, to fix a pothole that should have been fixed a long time ago. I'm sorry, senators, that's wrong. Paying for something twice is wrong. And this is not a taxpayer problem. Not a taxpayer problem. This is lack of government and capital cronyism coming to the floor of the Senate, and we're going to push it on through. Did you see any members of the majority party sign on as sponsors of this bill? I'll save you looking it up. Zero. Do you think there's a reason about that? Do you think there's a reason that none of the mayors signed on in favor of this bill through the process? Do you think that ought to tell us something? Regressive sales tax, capital cronyism, the things that we all argue about on both sides of the aisle. And we sit here and we say, we're going to let them do it because that's what we should do. It's in the reports. We see it. Many of you have talked to me about this bill. You know exactly what's going on. But yet we're going to saddle people that are making less than 30 grand on average income with another 0.5%. I've been told it's not a tax increase. I think we heard that before with VLT. I think we heard that before with conformity. It's funny how things are a tax increase until you don't want them to be a tax increase, and then you can call them whatever you want to.